asking a little bit, huh? Darling, how is your practice going?
Keep going.
I mean, is the heart, calm? Sometimes. I mean, investigate where's the mind always going, and then investigate if that where the mind is going has any value. Yeah. I mean, you have to do it often. When the mind goes there, thinks about this, thinks about that. Then you have to ask yourself, what is the value of thinking about this? Yeah. What does it change in the world? Yeah? I mean, our thinking does not change. Yeah. Our actions, our words, and our actions do change it. Yeah. But our thinking normally doesn't. Yeah. I mean, do we rest in the past? What is the purpose of resting in the past? Unless we remember that is something for our practice, that we forgot. Yeah. Sometimes it can happen that I've been to this point before. I mean, why did I forget it? Yeah. It was very important, I mean, to do it like this or do it like that, but we forget, whatever is important in our practice, the kilesas try to forget it, yeah. So make the mind calm, I mean, this is the first step, yeah. I mean, here we keep the 5 precepts. So I mean, the path to the end of dukkha, yeah, or the path in the freedom to the freedom, yeah, in Nibbana, yeah, is sila, samadhi, panya. So sila, we keep here the 8 precepts without any doubt. Yeah. There's no fudgeting around, keeping the precepts. Yeah? That's it. Yeah. We keep the precepts when we are monks. We keep the 227. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing that we need. When we practice, what do we need? We need tools. Yeah. Tools to do this, yeah. I mean, when you look in Thailand, I mean, what are the monks doing? They build this and build that, I mean, they're also outside, building this, building that, yeah, and so on, yeah. And what is the purpose? They don't build inside, yeah. They don't build inside, the chedi inside, yeah. They all work outside, Oh yeah, it is important to build a chedi. It is important to build another sakha, I mean, one monastery has 15 sakhas or 16, what is it in English? Branch monasteries, yeah. Now I need another branch monastery, and then they build that up, another branch monastery, or we need chedi, But inside they don't build it up, yeah. What we need is sila, yeah. I mean, for the lay people, 8 precepts, for the monks, 227, we keep them. No question, no doubt, nothing around that. And then we practice samadhi. And samadhi is what most of the people, especially when they come from the West, cannot do. I mean, sitting still, being with our object of meditation, that be the breath, in-breath coming in, or the out-breath, the out-breath going out, or, the mental repetition of the word Buddha, until there is no other thought and other memory coming in except for the Buddha or except for the attention on our breath. Why is it so difficult?
Because there's the kilesas.
Because they constantly try to drag us out. And that's where we have to. I mean, we don't need force, to keep our attention on the Buddha. There we don't need force. We observe the Buddha, we observe the breath. We don't need any force for that. The moment that the chitta goes out and thinks about this or memorizes this, that's where we need force, to bring it back to the attention on the breath or around the nose, or to the Buddha. That's where we need, because they don't like to go back, It's like, setting the dogs free, they don't like to go back on the line, But once they know it, through years of training, okay, they come back by itself, And that is the same thing for our samadhi. The training, to constantly bring our mind back to the object that we chose, be it the Buddha or be it the breath, That is where the mind then rests, and where it can go deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah? I mean, in the beginning there might be still some thoughts coming up, but they are, very sparse. Yeah? And then, there are no more thoughts, there are no more memories. Yeah? And when we enter samadhi or upachara samadhi, access samadhi, I mean, then we feel free. Yeah? Because there are no kilesas. The kilesas cannot enter this room. Yeah? That's why we feel, free. Yeah? There's no future, there's no past, there's just this present moment. Yeah? And we feel happy. Yeah? Or we feel, we feel peaceful. Whatever, I mean, that depends on the characteristic of the person. Yeah? There's a feeling. Yeah? But the moment we get out of samadhi, I mean, the thoughts that come and memories are coming and and really making us disturb our inner peace that we gather. Yeah? So it is important, in the beginning it is important to develop the samadhi. And with this development of samadhi, we also have to develop sati. Sati is the knowingness. Yeah? I mean, what is the knowingness when we observe the breath? The knowingness is, how is the breath at this moment? Is it the beginning of the in-breath? Is it the middle of the in-breath? Is it the middle of the out-breath? Or is it the end of the in-breath? Is it changing to the out-breath? That is the knowingness that we have to develop. And we are, most of the time, especially when we come from the West, lazy to do this. Yeah? We don't want, we just, I mean, this is not samadhi. Samadhi is knowing at every moment what is happening. How is the breath at every moment? Yeah? Every slide, yeah? Every mind moment. Yeah? How is the breath? Yeah? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it is it rough? Is it is it detailed? Yeah? How is the breath? Or how is the Buddha? Yeah? That is the sati, this knowingness that we have to develop. When we look at it, Anunga Mahabodhi, he said there are two weapons that we have to fight the kilesas. That is sati and panya, and wisdom. And wisdom is not, that we don't develop it, just by sitting in samadhi. No, wisdom is developing when we have an object, one of the khandhas. In our case, in the beginning, it is the rupa khandha, it is the body. Yeah? So we fix our attention, just like we fix our attention, on the Buddha or on the breath. Now we fix our attention on the whole body or part of the body, yeah? And then we ask questions. That's how we develop wisdom. We ask the right question, and then we listen to the answers that come. Yeah? And we disregard all the answers that come from the kilesas until the knowingness arises, what is this? Yeah? I mean, we can ask the question, what happens, if I slice up my heart, how does it look? Yeah? Or if I slice up my lungs, or my liver, or my stomach, what is the contents of my stomach? I want to know. Yeah? These are the questions that we ask, yeah? And the chitta will show us the contents. Yeah? If we have trained it long enough. Yeah? In the beginning, of course, we train a super practice, with looking at corpses, or pictures, or it can be an atomic atlas, yeah? or things like that. Yeah? Then we look at the picture, we internalize the picture, then we close our eyes and keep that picture going, yeah? until it becomes stable. And once we can do that, then we can go to, another body or our body, no matter what it is, and slice it open and look at it and ask this question. Yeah? We can ask the question, how did I die in my previous life? Yeah? I want to see it. Yeah? And then it comes up. Yeah? The memory comes up because everything is stored in the chitta. Chitta never forgets anything. Yeah? So we can see our previous lives, our previous death, and it shows us directly what it is. Yeah? That is investigation. That leads to wisdom. Yeah? Without questions, it doesn't lead to wisdom, it leads to samadhi. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, there's a lot, there's a lot of going on in the West, just observe anicca, yeah? Of course it is anicca, yeah? The thoughts come and the thoughts go, feelings come and feelings go, yeah? We can observe that for the rest of our life, and they still come and go. Huh? Nothing changes, even though we know it is anicca. Nothing changes with it. Yeah? If we don't look what causes this memories to come up? What causes, what is behind this memory? Who brings up the memory? Of course the kilesas bring up. But what came before this memory? What came before this feeling? What came before this thought? What was the stone, that causes the avalanche? Because only what we see is the avalanche. I mean, the thought formations, or the memory and combined with the thought, that's what we see. The emotions, I mean, emotions are built up from feelings, and from thoughts and from memory. Yeah? That's how they're combined, It's just like, we cotton candy, I mean, we throw some sugar into a hot bowl, and then stir it up, and then it becomes big and big and big and big. And all what it is? Sugar. Yeah? And that's the same thing. Yeah? It starts with one thing, and we have to look, with what it starts. Yeah? What came before this? What came before that? Yeah? That's why we, that's why we use, why we use the daily reflection, in the evening or in the afternoon, yeah, to train this to go back in time, yeah, to know what kind of thought did I wake up. Yeah, or what kind of image did I wake up? What did I do then? What kind of feelings? What kind of memories? What kind of thoughts came in? What did I do then? Yeah? If we can't remember, we just skip it, and go to the next thing that we remember. And if we do that every day, I mean, we can remember the whole day, it rolls down like in a film, maybe in 1 or 2 years, it rolls down like a film within 5 minutes. But the first time, we do it, it takes an hour or takes 1.5 hours, to go through the whole day, because we don't want to remember, we don't want to remember what we did, we don't want to remember what kind of feeling, we don't want to remember our actions or reactions, yeah, because it shows us, actually it shows us, that we did something wrong. But when we do the reflection, we don't judge, we don't say it's good or we don't say it's bad, we just show the chitta. Yeah? We open our chitta, yeah, and show it, what it has done, what kind of feelings were there, what kind of thoughts were there, what kind of memories were there, what happened then, what did we do then, what did we do then. Yeah? We don't have to go in our, when we see, we sit in samadhi for 2 or 3 hours, I mean, that's fine. We sit and then we ask, why did I get up? Yeah? And the question, the answer is obvious, pain. Yeah? Discomfort. Yeah? That's why we get up. Why did I stop walking meditation? Discomfort. Yeah? I'm tired. Yeah? The kilesas are tired of walking. Yeah? So, yeah? The Dhamma is never tired. Yeah? So that's what we do, in the evening or in the afternoon we do our daily reflection. Because then in our investigation, we can roll back. Yeah? What came before this thought? Yeah? Not just saying, anicca, yes, it's fine, anicca is fine, anatta is fine. It's not me, it's not mine, but it really does not change the things. Yeah? What changes is asking the right questions, and getting the right answers. Yeah? In the beginning, when we ask questions, most of the answers are coming very fast from the case. Where is there pain, We never ask, why is there pain? What is pain? What is pain? How does it feel like? Yeah? How does pain feel like? Yeah? Where is actually the pain located? Is it in the skin? Is it in the tendons? Yeah? Yes, it is in my muscles, because no, not because. Yeah? That's not the right answer. Yeah? Where is it? Yeah? When I get up, because the pain, if it is in the muscles really, then the pain should persist, when we get up. But it doesn't persist. Yeah? It disappears. Because the pain is not there. No? Is it in the bones? Is it in the tendons? Is it in the muscles? Is it in the flesh? Where exactly is this pain? Yeah? That's what we want to know. That is, developing wisdom, yeah? Investigation of dukkha vedana, investigation of painful feelings. Yeah? In the same way, we can investigate any kind of feeling. Yeah? Be it lust, be it greed, we can investigate it. What is it? Where is it? What does it do? Yeah? And sometimes we can ask ourselves the question, why am I doing this to myself? It is painful. Yeah? When I think about this or think about that. Why am I doing this? Yeah? Ask yourself the question. Yeah? I know it is painful, but I constantly do it again and again and again because I don't know the reason why I'm doing it. Yeah? What came before this? Yeah? What came? What triggered this train of thought? Yeah, or train of memories? What triggered it? What was the cause? Yeah, to see it. Yeah, to see it with our inner eyes. Yeah, not to think about it. The moment we think about it, it always goes in the wrong direction. Not think about it. What triggered it? Yeah, because then we don't know. Yeah, our thinking and our memories never lead to the right answers. Yeah? Our looking at it always leads to the right answer. Yeah? Looking at what came before, what came before, what came before. What is the stone, that causes everything? Yeah? That's how we do investigation. And the first thing that we investigate is there are two things. While we sit in samadhi, the only investigation we're allowed to do when we sit for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, investigating pain. Just like I talked before. Yeah, what is pain? Yeah? And then we will see, if we're really interested in what is pain, how does it feel like, breathe it in, feel comfortable, accept it, yeah? That is the first thing, to accept pain, yeah? Because we don't want pain, huh? So we first have to accept it and then we can investigate it, yeah? Where is it, yeah? And if we come close to the truth, the pain moves from one location to the next. Then we go with our sati, with our attention onto the next, yeah? And then ask the same questions, yeah? Until we come very close to the truth. And then it leads us through many, many locations within the body until it shows us where it's really coming from, yeah? Because the pain that we feel in meditation is not the pain of the body, yeah? But it seems to manifest in the body. And that's why we have to investigate. That is the only exception when we do samatha, yeah, when we do calm meditation, that means the Buddha meditation or the breath meditation, we stay with the breath, yeah, until the pain is so strong that we cannot concentrate on the breath or Buddha anymore. Then we are allowed to do investigation of the pain. Yeah? Otherwise, we don't do any investigation. And that is the same thing. We don't mix these two things up. We don't mix up samatha with vipassana. Vipassana is inside meditation. Inside meditation has an object. It can be a feeling, it can be the body, it can be a part of the body, and that it sticks to it, and we don't go into samadhi when we do inside meditation. Sometimes it happens by itself, and we can't help it, but when we see it, we want to go, yeah? We want to go into calm because the mind can get very calm, when it does inside meditation. No, we stick to the object, yeah, we investigate the object. So we don't mix up vipassana is vipassana and samatha is samatha. We don't mix this up because we don't get any result. Yeah? Samatha we want to get into samadhi, yeah? Into upachara samadhi where there are no thoughts, no memories. And then we want to go even deeper, yeah? Into appana samadhi, where the whole world disappears. Yeah? What happens before is the parts of our body disappear. In the end, there's only a very little spot on the body, but the whole world has already disappeared. Yeah? And then, then we dive into one-pointedness. And one-pointed means, everything, that exists in our universe, that is duality, yeah, becomes one point. And that is the first wonder of meditation. Appana samadhi, one-pointedness, where everything disappears. Yeah? That is the first wonder of meditation. When we come out, we feel like in World War. Yeah? Everybody shoots us up. Our sensations shoot us up. The kilesas shoot us up. Everything. And we want to go back into this nice state of peaceful. It's also called, Lunga Mahabodhi called it also a preview of Nibbana. Yeah? It's a preview, it's not the real thing. Yeah? It's a preview. And we know, and we need this kind of appana samadhi or this kind of deep samadhi. Once we investigate the, I call it the third theta, but actually in the text I think it is the second theta, the attachment to the body. Yeah? Once we are finished, once we see the chitta is the chitta, the body is the body, when we go, when everything is cleared out, yeah, all the fetters are nearly cut, then we go into deep samadhi. Yeah? It is very similar. Yeah? It's called, then it is called makkha. It differs a little bit, yeah. Maka, and this cuts off, and then we enter the street. Okay, that's enough for today. If you have questions, please go ahead and ask. Yeah, if you from behind, you just can go. Do you have any questions? No? Everything clear? No? Until we go and practice, and everything is unclear. Yeah, go ahead and ask.
You've mentioned in one of your recent Dhamma talks that it is possible to help your parents out of hell.
He asked it. This question was already asked in the Zoom session.
And then the question now keeps going, like, how is this feat accomplished?
I don't know. I have never done it. So I don't know. Look, the Mahaprabhu knows it, yeah? You have to be very skilled as a monk, and you can travel to hell, and you can see your parents, yeah? But I don't know. I personally don't know. I don't have the experience. Why does he want to? He's not even a monk, you have to have excellent samadhi, and you have to have, and the ability, upachara samadhi, where you can travel to the different realms, if you don't have that, you can't even get them out there. What you can do is, with everybody of us, share the merit of our practice, or share the merit of our generosity with our parents. That's it, yeah? And that might alleviate their pain, when they are down there, or... Okay, so next one.
How could the Buddha have appeared before Ajahn Mun if the Buddha was enlightened and therefore could not have been reborn in any realm in the future when Ajahn Mun was alive?
You have to ask Ajahn Mun. It is actually explained in the Patipada. Why does he ask me questions that I explained in the Patipada? In the end of the Patipada, Ananta Mahaprabhu explained how it can happen. Because all the scholars, when they heard of it, all the scholars in Sri Lanka, it's impossible. Yeah. And the Lord Buddha explained it to him. In the Patipada, why don't you read it? Why do I have to explain it? Yeah? He explained, Lumpur Man asked the Lord Buddha, how can you appear in front of me? Huh? And the answer is there, so go ahead and read it.
Is Sati Anatta?
What?
Is Sati Anatta? Sati?
No, Sati is Anatta and Anicca. Lunta Mahaprabhu said it very clearly, the moment he entered Nibbana, Sati disappeared and just wasn't there. Because in Nibbana there is nothing of this world that can appear and disappear. Yeah? Nibbana is permanent. Yeah? Okay? These were the questions. How's Singapore doing?
I think it's getting better. I think ever since I started with the metta meditation, I think I kind of relaxed and I kind of got to locate the location of my heart. Is the chitta. I think it might be the chitta, or it could be the physical heart. But it's just that for the samadhi at the moment, it's not something that I could reach at this moment. But I think in the past few weeks, like the past 2 weeks, the Dhamma talks from the 2009 and 2019 answered my question. That's why I didn't really have a lot of questions for
Yeah, that it is the same thing, In fact, when I came to Wat Papantat, Lunta Mahaprabhu gave in that year, he gave 3 Dhamma talks a year. And he said to all the monks, listen to the Dhamma talks that are on the tape, just listen to, and if you had really questions, then we came up, and so on. Yeah? But, and then the second Pansa, the second year, I was a monk, he gave only two Dhamma talks, yeah? And the years before, I mean, there were very few, yeah. I mean, the last time he gave lots of Dhamma talks was 25:30 and 25, yeah, 25:30 and 31. And after that, you know, I mean, he talked about everything. I talked about everything, every detail of the practice, yeah. I mean, so listen to the Dhamma talk, yeah. Or listen to Lungta Mahaboa, you know, whatever you prefer, you know, I mean, just listen with your heart. Don't think about what it is said, just listen with your heart. And that already leads to calm. But you should not forget, you know, to train the mind, you know, to stay with the object, yeah. I mean, it is difficult for us, you know, because, I mean, especially nowadays, you know, people, you know, with their smartphones, you know, are constantly, yeah. And Singapore, terrible. I mean, they are so busy all, yeah? All the time, yeah? So you have to really force, yeah? Okay, God, God. Not even thinking about why it goes out, yeah? Just bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, yeah? Bring it back to the Buddha or bring it back to the ground, yeah? It should stay there, yeah? Once it is there, relax, observe. And observing, you know, I mean, it is a very fine quality. Yeah? You can learn it here in the forest, you know, when you observe animals, when you observe the ants, what they are doing, you actually know what they are doing. You don't have to mentally formulate what they are doing. You see and know. How can you not know? Yeah? Also the garok, yeah, the squirrels, you know, or other animals. Yeah? I mean, you see and you know. You observe them, what they are doing, you know, and you know. And that is how you observe the breath, or how you observe the Buddha. You observe and know. Yeah? This is how we develop the knowing.
Yeah, I think maybe this past week, I think understanding more about the 5 khandhas really helped me. I'm not sure why, but initially when I first watched your video, it was anicca, anatta, and dukkha. And recently I've been focused on the 5 khandhas, and I think that helped me with the meditation because now I notice that once my legs start moving, it's actually the start of the chain reaction to me getting out of the thing. So once I say there is a movement, and then I realize then this movement then connects to maybe some other reaction in my bodily reaction, and then at least I get a faster identification.
It takes time. I mean, learning meditation is like learning to walk or learning to talk. Yeah? We get up, we fall over, we get up, we fall over until we can stand a little bit, then we can make the first step, you know, and then we fall over. Then we stand up again, you know, we can make 2 steps, you know, and we fall over until we can walk, and then until we can run. And the meditation is the same thing. Patience is necessary.
Yeah, I think at a certain point I told myself that you can't expect much from these 2 months, but at least I felt like during these 2 months I got half of what I wanted, which was my original purpose to come here was to understand myself and understand all this suffering that came inside. So the investigation, even though without sati, the daily reflection helped me understood better. Yeah. And it was until the 5th week that I realized that the Kalisa has been like telling me to do the daily reflection of the activities. But then when I look back at the meditation, what I got out, I realized that I have no answer. And that was when then I realized that I have to make sure that every meditation, the reason I get up, I have to know it. Yeah. And I think from there everything just kind of pieced together in a sense.
That's good. Also know, you know, I mean, when we are in samadhi, when we train samadhi, I mean, any kind of movement of the body comes from the chitta. That means our chitta is not calm. When the chitta moves, the body moves. Yeah. When the body moves, we know that the chitta has moved. Yeah. But we were not aware of it. Yeah. So our samadhi is not good enough. Yeah. So because once we are really in upachara samadhi, the body does not move at all. Huh? And the body sits erect. It doesn't sit like this. Yeah. That's a kilesa sitting like this. The body sits completely erect and doesn't move. Yeah? And if it is even stronger when we are in Appana Samadhi, I mean, people can carry us away without us realizing it. Yeah? I mean, it happened, it happened to the disciples of Lungta Mahabo. When they were sitting, and sitting in a Dhamma talk, listening to Lungta Mahabo, and one went into Appana Samadhi, and then the Dhamma talk was finished, and he was still sitting there, and didn't want to get up. Lungta said it a few times, and then he said, to the lay people, carry him home, yeah? And when he was home later, hours later, he came out, where am I? Yeah? That is Appana Samadhi, yeah? I mean, the body is completely gone, this whole universe is. But in Samadhi, when we sit in Samadhi, we sit completely erect, by itself, yeah? Because the kilesas are the one who move like this, or sit like, oh, I'm so tired, No. When we are in Samadhi and we are really, there's no thought and no more noise coming up. We sit completely erect and completely relaxed. Yeah? You don't have to do this, people try to move this and move that, maybe I'm not sitting correct. No, that are the kilesas, yeah? We concentrate on the object, be it the breath or be it the Buddha. And the body does its rest, yeah? Once the kilesas are gone, the body, relaxes completely. Yeah? Well, what is your name, by the way?
Gideon.
Gideon. Gideon Levy. What? Same? Okay. Yeah, what?
I also have a question about movements. About a year after I started meditating, when I enter into kind of peaceful meditation, not jhana or anything like that, just kind of settle in, I notice my body, usually I start something like this or like this, but then once I get into the groove of meditation, I get what I found to be called kriyas and mudras. So mudras, like my hands would kind of go like this on their own. I don't will it to do it.
What goes on its own?
My hands, they just kind of do these movements on their own. I can make it stop, but I also eventually it just kind of slowly comes back.
Yeah, that means your chitta is not completely calm. Yeah? And it goes, it goes probably in the memory of a past life where you trained that. Yeah? So actually, when you get into the state, it does this movement, out of memory, out of memory from past life. Yeah? But we don't need that. Yeah. So when these movements start, know that the chitta is not completely calm. It might be peaceful, but there is a lot of unrest that moves the hand. Because close your eyes, and try to move the hand, without the intention, to move the hand will not move. You can think about, I want to move my hand, it doesn't move. Only if I send, and you can feel the signal that is sent through the brain to move the hand. Try it out, when you come.
But when the hand moves, what should I do? Should I just continuously acknowledge it and make it stop?
Yeah, just go back to the Buddha and know, or the breath, whatever you do, and be much more interested. What is the breaking point? What is the breaking point between the in-breath and out-breath? When I can, the more you focus, the more you're interested on the breath, things disappear by itself. So the moment you see this movement coming up, you lost interest. You lost interest in your object. So you have to revigorate this interest into your object. Be it the Buddha or be it the breath. Okay? No more questions? So okay, then we can go and practice. เข้าใจบ้างไหม
ไม่เข้าใจภาษาอังกฤษครับแต่ชอบฟัง
โอเคครับ